Come in. Hi, Victoria.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Did you have a good weekend?
It was okay. All this snow kind of ruined everything,
Yes, I
but
agree.
it's okay. I got stuck in my driveway.
Oof, I'm
It
sorry.
took me like an hour to get out, and I
That's so
needed to
fun.
get somewhere, so that was annoying, but
Darn.
that's okay. What about you? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. I was pretty much snowed in all weekend, so
Yeah.
just hung out at home.
That's
But,
good.
Yeah. All right, so the reason why we're here today is to discuss one of my special education students in one of your general ed classes.
Okay.
And is it true that you feel the use of a calculator would promote unfairness in the eyes of the other students if you allowed this student to use a calculator?
Yes, I do believe that, and I don't think that anyone should be able to use a calculator in my class because in my opinion, I don't really understand how they're supposed to learn how to do, all of the things like the basic math skills, if they have a calculator to use.
Right.
And so I just don't think that it would benefit him at
Okay.
all if he used one.
Okay.
So.
And yeah, I think that's fair, but also in this particular student situation, just the fact that he does have a learning disability, especially with math, I feel that some sort of use of either a calculator or something that similar that would give him a basis foundation for understanding math would be critical in helping him succeed in your class. So with that being said, I have come up with a few other ideas besides the calculator use that I think would help him succeed in your class that I would like to share with you. And so one thing that I came up with was allowing him to use multiplication charts on homework and quizzes. And then when it comes to the test, he can wane off of using those, but I think as just general practice, allowing him some sort of multiplication chart just to get the multiplication, facts in his head would help him a lot in your class to succeed. Yeah. So that's one idea. And then another idea I had, because he is struggling with more than just multiplication, he struggles with basis, foundations of math, adding and subtracting as well. And so I was thinking also giving him some sort of just general numbers chart so that he can see all of the numbers and look at how he would add them in his head by just having that visual there for him.
Okay.
So that was something else I came up with as a possible tool that he could use, again, just on practice, quizzes and homework. Mm-hmm. And then another suggestion that I came up with when thinking about possible solutions for this was to have him sit closer to your desk during class so that on tests and things like that, if he does have more questions than the other students, that you will be in close proximity to him and you can help him work out the problem, without giving him the answer, but just giving him that extra help that he might need to do better on the tests, because I have noticed that he especially isn't doing well on the testing part of your class. So those are just a few ideas that I've come up with to try and help him succeed. Do you have any other additional possible ideas that you think would help him in your class?
I think maybe one thing that we could try, because I really don't like the idea of using a calculator, but I understand that if he really needs it, we need to figure something out for him. Mm-hmm. And I think that maybe finding some time during the day, maybe where he isn't in my general ed class for testing, just for testing, not for all the time, because that would make it more obvious that it's a different circumstance to the other kids. Yeah. And I don't really I want it to feel normal, right. I guess, if that's the right word to say. Yeah. And so finding maybe a time when it's the week of the test that we could schedule for him to be outside of the classroom to take it, so that he is able to use those tools to help him. I think that would be the best way for him to still get his help. Yeah. And still be able to use the calculator.
Okay, so some outside time just during testing so that he can have that calculator use. Okay. So just going off of these ideas here, I guess let's just discuss a little bit about what some pros and cons would be of each of these. So for instance, letting him use a multiplication chart at first just on, practice and quizzes. I think one big pro of that would be that it will help him get down his multiplication facts and like help him memorize them in his head, so that eventually he wouldn't even need the use of a calculator at all, because he would just manually be, remembering and writing them down.
Yeah.
So I think that would help him a lot. But also with giving him that, I could see how that could be a con in that he's not having to problem solve like in his head like he is using the visual, but I do still think that visual would like significantly help him to do better. So
yeah, personally I think that the multiplication chart might be something better to be used in the classroom, in my classroom at least, because then it's not as obvious. Like, it could be something that's taped on his desk or something where he just sits there and like everyone else can move around or whatever.
Exactly.
But for him to have that might be a less obvious solution.
Yeah, definitely. And same with the number chart. It could just be a little chart that he gets to look at during practices and quizzes. And then how do you feel about having him sit closer to your desk? Do you think that that's a beneficial idea?
I think it could be, as long as it's not, I don't know. I don't want it to be like a hindrance.
Sure.
I don't want to make it super obvious that he's getting like all this extra help and no one else is. Like, I don't want to have the other kids notice that I'm like favoring him, if that's the right way to say it. And I think that it would be beneficial if he was able to work through a lot of it on his own, and he had like some questions on like steps or whatever. Definitely, because then he would be able to just have me there as a resource, but not constant. I think that would be okay, though.
Yeah, and I do think we can, set him up in your regular seating chart just towards the front, and it won't be like a super obvious issue that he does need more help than the rest of the students. So I think that would be good too.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, finding some sort of outside time for testing specifically, so that he can use the calculator every once in a while to just help him build his math skills up and, still be outside of the class, so that it doesn't look like you're showing favoritism in any way. So I think we should start by giving him that outside time during testing as like kind of the first priority there to help him.
Okay.
And then eventually, after we see how he does on these tests with the calculator, we can wane into like during your class having him use the multiplication chart and the number chart and that kind of thing, which, like we said, could just be like a little chart taped to his desk, so it's not like a super obvious tool. And so with that meeting time for him to take tests outside of class time with you, do you have a preferred day and time that would work for you best in your schedule?
I think Tuesdays would probably not work. So let me think of another day, because that doesn't help you. I think Thursdays are probably my day that I have the least meetings. So and like things that I have to do.
Yeah.
So I think Thursdays might be a good day for testing purposes, or just for us to meet up and like check his progress and stuff like that.
Okay. And then, do you want to meet with him to take these tests like after school, or what time would you like him to take those tests for you?
I'm not too sure of his schedule, but I think that if he's able to, I think coming during my plan time would be the easiest, because then I am able to be there and do my own things, but if he needs help, I can help him, and he is able to use those resources.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we will just plan to meet, let's say, like a month from today. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
So we'll meet next month on the 27th.
7th? Yeah. That works fine.
Okay. Perfect. Well, we'll catch up on his progress then. So.
Perfect. Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Thank you. Yeah. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You too.
Thanks.